Hey, average girl. Sounds good to me. My inside of my ear is itchy. I hate that. God, who else is gonna come? Sometimes I think waiting a little later gets more people too. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. And it seems like sometimes it starts off slow and then people start trickling in later. Come on, Bella. We haven't seen Bella in forever. We haven't seen Bella in forever. She is feeling better. She didn't throw up at all yesterday. She kept her food down. Oh my gosh, the cat. Oh my gosh, the cat. Huh? Hello. Would you get it back? You know that? You get it back. Stream friendly music here. At least, well, I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it or not. If I were to put it on my phone, you would, but it doesn't always, my laptop doesn't always pick up sound real great. Music content creators. That's what I would like. Let's see. I don't know if I want that though. Oh, I guess it's okay. I don't know if you guys can hear this music or not. You know if you can. But it gives me some background noise anyway. What you up to, huh? What you up to? So I changed out the bedding for the mice yesterday since it was pretty stinky and I have no idea how old the paper bedding was. So I changed that all out and gave them some shredded paper towel. Like I put the bedding in that that the rats have, the litter, and also for the rabbit. I'm using that litter for them to potty in because it'll absorb the odors and absorb the wetness and all of that. And then I put in several shredded paper towels and some yarn. I wrapped some yarn around my hand several times, cut it into pieces, like cut it in half, and they can make a bed out of that. And so far, that's exactly what they're using for their bed is the shredded paper towel and the yarn that I put in there. So, yay to that. And I did figure out which one was the mom and which one was the dad. Um, I have to look at their bellies in order to see that. I have to look to see because I can't tell by looking at their faces or their bodies themselves because they're identical. Um, but when I look at the bellies, I could see mama's nipples. So, I mean, they're still hard to see because she's so small, but I can see mama's nipples, so I can tell who's who when I see their bellies. Hey, Jenny. Good morning. How are you? Hi. What are we doing? You'll have to let me know when you get your pillow. I want to see it. I want to see you, and I see you're feeling better too, and that's good, good, good. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. What you doing? Huh? I still have a cough going on from my cold from like it'll be 3 weeks on Saturday. It's funny because I didn't have a cough my entire actual cold. I didn't have a cold until I started to feel better. Or I didn't have a cold until I started to feel better. I didn't have a cough until I started to feel better. Lacey! Hey, Lacey. The original Lacey rat, I don't have anymore, but I got another one that's similar. She's got a slight little difference, and she's so super sweet. When I had her at work, I actually did a lot of my duties, like the laundry and the dishes and things like that, with her just hanging out on my neck. She would just, and I would walk through the front of the store too. If I needed to go and get something or do whatever, I would walk out. And there were some people that were like, look, she's got a rat on the back of her neck. She is super, super sweet. So she's still kind of the same color and all of that, but with a slight difference on her face, on her head. But I was like, she could still be Lacey. So I still have a Lacey. She's she is super sweet though, so she's not she's not feisty like you. But if you guys want to see her, she's the smallest one in the cage, but she has not been trying to get out. She is unlike the other Lacey. This one is good with just snuggling with everybody and she's not looking for ways to escape. Hey Vanessa. Hey Tony. How is everybody this morning? Gosh, and I was telling my other friend, I feel like almost everyone where I live are horrible people. Not all, but most. I get attitude all over where I go. And I don't know if it was the full moon recently, but I swear some of the customers that come in at work, I'm like, where are their brains? Like we had somebody, like we're trying to hand tame Tracy, our macaw. she's very protective of her cage and will try and bite people and everything. And we have cardboard stuffed in the side so she can like gnaw on that. And somebody had pulled the cardboard out and like opened it up, unfolded it, and was like whooshing it in front of her face. Like, ah! And one of the managers was like, "Can you please not do that?" But her reaction is so funny. Oh my God. Can I take the cardboard and like in front of your face? See how I want to see your reaction. It's probably going to be funny. Like, really? Oh my God. People just drive me crazy. Like, we're still trying to work with Tracy. There's only one manager that really is able to hold her. She won't step up on my arm. She'll talk to me. She'll let me touch her, but she has not come to the point where she'll step up on my arm. She will go on his, but it's taking a lot of time to work with her. And then we got the stupid people that are going to set her back with their stupid behavior. Yeah, it is exhausting. Crazy people are exhausting. Yeah, and then we had the same thing with some of the dogs. Like they're poking or blowing at their faces, or the ones that are on the floor in cages rather than on the wall because they're bigger or whatever. They're messing with them or like, can you please not do that? Like blowing in their faces. And this dog has had complaints about being too aggressive in the petters. Well, when you got people sitting there poking at him, blowing at him, and riling him up, that's what's going to occur. Like that, people don't think. The deadline is Monday. I gave everybody a week. I've already got two or three emails with some pictures. They're cute pictures. I got a picture of some kitty cats. I got a picture of a tortoise. Oh, Vanessa. I don't think this would be of interest to you, but just in case, because Judy is alone. My coworker has 3 female guinea pigs, and he is needing to rehome them because his landlord told him he needs to get rid of them. They're super sweet girls, um, and he is selling them with all of their stuff, their enclosure and all of their stuff, which is sizable because there's 3 of them. Just in case you're interested. And then Judy can have a grand old time. He takes good care of them. He takes good care of them. They're spoiled rotten. All right. Just thought I would ask. Yeah, he's not getting rid of them because he wants to. He's getting, I guess the landlord came in at one point and was like, they stink. And he cleans them out every single day. So I don't know why the landlord is saying that. I find that males stink a lot more than females do. When I had the females and then I had the males, the males, even when I picked them up, they have uh they have an odor. Like you could practically smell their testosterone. Um, so, but he's got females and he cleans them out every single day. Every single day. I don't know what it was that she was smelling, but she was like, you need to, and like they'll kick out some of their poo a little bit sometimes. Oh, they're messy and they're so he's like super upset and pissed off that he can't keep them. there was a lady that bought a couple of our guinea pigs at work. I was helping her, and one of them, I picked him up, and he just started squeaking. As soon as I picked him up, she was like, "Oh!" And then when I put him back, he went into the hide and he was squeaking. I miss piggy squeals. I really do. And I told him I would totally take them. I would totally take them and even just keep them for him until he can take them back. But I don't have the space now. Not with the rats now. Don't have the space, and for what he's selling everything for, I don't have the money either. Sorry, guys. Landlord is just biased. Last landlord I had hated snakes, tried to say exotics aren't allowed, but after explaining what exotic actually meant by law, he left me. Yep. Because exotics actually is, uh, when you're looking for an exotic vet, it's to cover birds, guinea pigs, hamsters, rabbits. They all fall under exotic because you can't take them to a regular vet. Yep, you bought pens for me. Yeah, he had bought my guinea pig enclosure because I originally gave him Lily. I rehomed Lily to him, but then he gave her to a rescue because she got really aggressive with his girls. So it wasn't working out. And I was like, if it's not working out, you totally have my permission to, I trusted him to find her a good place. Yeah, and you have to have a special license to own true exotics. That's true. Yes. Yep. 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 I mean, the when it comes to small animals and stuff with the vet, they're considered exotic, but true exotics, you're right. Exploring Ginger, hello, how are you? Longs Gaming, how are you? JJLB, good morning. Aw, a blue parakeet, her name is Moo Moo. I used to groom a dog. She was I forget what breed she was, but her name was Moo Moo. I loved her. She was so sweet. Maybe that's what I should name the new rat. I mean, I renamed her. I named her Lacey, even though the original Lacey went back to the store. But she could be a Moo Moo. She could. Moo Moo. I mean, that doesn't start with L, but eventually I'll run out of L names. We have a green Quaker. I don't know what his official name is. He's a Quaker, but we had a blue Quaker that we would play around with and carry around the store, and he was really sweet. But we sold him, and now we have green one. And I held him the other day. He's sweet too. I would love to bring him home, but again, they're so expensive. I can afford finches and parakeets. That's about it. We've got some pretty finches, and I love listening to finches. And they're just not birds that you can handle. They're more observational birds, but they're super cute. We have some really pretty ones. Um, and then of course parakeets are affordable, but the Quaker is $700, and I'm like, and then we have a ringneck, that's $900 or whatever. So yeah, the parrots, and we have a cockatiel. She's really pretty, or he. But hey, Fo, poor doggies. He had a dog named Moo Moo, and she's Moo Moo too. Moo Moo too. I should show you guys the new rat. I've only had her. I brought her home Sunday night. But should I name her Moo Moo? Moo seems to be, and she's black and white, so it'll work. Hang on. Where are you, little girl? Hey, little girl. Oh, hi, Lacey. Or Lexi. Yes. Oh, she was like, okay, pick me up. There she is. She's the smallest one in the cage. She could get out if she tried, but she hasn't tried. What do you think? I mean, she's hooded like Lacey was and like Libby was, but on the top of her head, she's got that white strip, which neither of the other ones had. She's super sweet. When I had her at work before I brought her home, I just had her on hold, and she just chills up on my shoulder. I walked around the store for like 2 hours, and she just chilled up there. One time I did have to wash poop out of my hair, but you know. Yes, birds are fun. And I was like, oh, I would love to actually still get finches. I mean, you can't handle them, but they're cute to watch and they make cute little noises. Canaries too. Canaries sing really pretty. Yeah, she loves to hang out on my shoulder and she'll sit there for hours. Possibly pottying too, but because like I said, one day at work I had to actually I felt a piece of poop in my hair. So then and I ended up mushing it when I was trying to get it out. So I had to, kind of wash my hair, that strand of hair in the sink because, she doesn't know yet. She just does whatever. She's super sweet. Passion for pets life. Gotta wash poo from my, yeah, exactly what I had to do. I had to wash poo out of my hair. And I've actually had a dog after pooing in the kennel. I would lift the dog out, and I got pawed in the face, and he'd happen to step in his poop, so I had poop on my lip. Oh my! I was like, I need to wash my face. I need to wash my face. It was awful. I was like, I'm so grossed out. Yes, we do have a couple of canaries at work that sing so pretty. They sing so pretty. Like I'll be doing my stuff in the kennel and I can hear this canary. Like he or she, I guess boys tend to sing more. Just belts it out through the whole store and it's so pretty. Chicken. Yeah, chickens are birds. Yeah, I love when I can see out the window and I see like she's just chilling back here again. And actually, I had my hair up like in a bun, and she likes to hide in my hair. So I was like, okay, well, I'll take it out. I took the bun out, and I was trying to wrap the elastic around to just have a ponytail so she can hide under my ponytail. And I ended up when I was wrapping the elastic, I ended up wrapping her leg in it, and she was like stuck in. And she was like dangling off the back of my head. I was like, oh my God. And it didn't seem to bother her. She didn't like squeak or anything, like anything was hurting her, but I'm like, I gotta get her out. She's stuck on my head. Uh, Vomit right there is what would have happened for the poo on the lip, right? I was just like, because every now and then I'll get a foot in the mouth, like, they'll stick their foot in my mouth, and I'm like, there better not have been any poop on that, because seriously. And I've had to wipe it off my arms, and I've had to wipe it off my shirts, because there was the one day that I was like, I smell poop. Somebody pooped, and I checked all the kennels and I didn't see any. I'm like, but I smell poop. And I was walking out on the sales floor and all of that, looking to see who pooped. No one had pooped. And I'm like, but I smell it. It was all on me. It was me. Conures are pretty loud. We have a conure too. And oh my gosh, the shrieking and the screaming. Yeah, Bella, like 6 times the night before last, um, had thrown up like 6 or 7 times. I'm like, it's a good thing. I don't handle vomit very well when it's people vomit. That, I'll run for the hills. But at least I can handle the dog a little bit better. But I was like, I still am getting a little bit of a sore stomach dealing with all of this. But she's fine now. What are you doing? She's fine now. She ate dinner yesterday. She's fine. So I don't know what made her so blah, because she had been throwing up off and on all day the day before. You want a puppy? I love puppies. I just don't like training puppies, especially the potty training. You want a toy poodles are cute. We had one for a little while at work. One of my coworkers just got one of the puppies. Well, it was actually a puppy that was going back to the breeder, but she contacted the breeder, and the breeder sold her to her for $400, which is awesome. Um, because if she was actually going to be put on the wall, she would have been like $2,000. But she said she lives with her boyfriend, and she was like, with a couple of days with the puppy, she was like, we are never having kids. Because they're like, she's getting into everything and she cries, and oh, yes, puppies are work for sure. My son's border collie was having bowel issues. He had the runs and went all over. Oh no! Yeah, that's happened here too, where I've opened a door and it just drags it through the. Ugh, it's terrible. And then some of the puppies, when they pooped overnight, they'll leave a neat little pile on one side and leave it alone. They don't step in it. It's an easy cleanup or whatever. And then you've got the others that stepped all over it, smeared it on the windows and the walls, and it's in their bed and it's in their hair. And I'm like, really? Why couldn't you be like that puppy who did a neat little pile right over here and left it alone? No, they got to stomp all through it and mash it in. We do have one puppy that is a very picky eater. She has to have something completely different than any of the other. All of the puppies eat the same thing, except for her because she won't eat it. She was losing weight. So we totally switched her, and she's got the good stuff. She's got like hunk of beef. Like it smells like a roast beef dinner. It really does. And you heat it up and you mix some of her kibble in with it, and she'll eat around the kibble. She leaves the kibble, she'll eat all the good stuff. But she gets that because she won't eat the regular food. Little turd. Yeah, baby animals are the best. That's why I've got baby rats. And my mice are doing well. I cleaned out their little bedding area and their litter stuff. Like I put some litter down and I put yarn and shredded paper towel. I took out that other old bedding because it was kind of stinky. Um, I put some scrap yarn in there and some shredded paper towels, and they've made a bed with that. And I now, by looking at their bellies, can tell them apart. I can't tell them apart by looking at them normally, but if I see their bellies, the underside of their bellies, I can tell who's who because Mama has nipples, little ones. But hey, Vicky, how are you? Hello, Premier Hell. You're drink. I am too, right here. And for anybody who just came in, I got like a baby rat right here. She's just chilling in my hair. Oh no, we're stuck. We're stuck in my hair. Look, we're stuck. Come here. Here she is. There she is. She's such a sweetheart. Did you just poop? Something just dropped. Hi. At least it wasn't in my hair. At least it wasn't in my hair. She's so sweet. Oh, wow. Yeah, she's a cute little baby. So I'm thinking I was gonna call her Lacey, but now I'm thinking Moo Moo, because Moo Moo is cute. Moo Moo's a cute name. Yeah, you see. She's very interested in them, and then when they get really bold and want to climb on her face, she's like, "Get the hell away." What you think? Because they're not scared. They are. None of the rats are scared of her. Yes, rats do make. They're very good pets. They are the rodents of the dog world. They basically are rodent dogs. They're very intelligent. They're very social. Love being with their people. Time for a bath. She will literally chill on the back of my neck for hours if I let her. I don't really want to do it for hours because then she'll just potty in my hair. Hey, Southern Belle, how are you? Oh, she'll be hammocked in the curtain later, I'm sure. Look, my hair is crazy because you were all in it. You were all up in my hair, and now it's all it needs to be brushed. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Aren't ya? A sweetheart. Oh, all I've got when it comes to rats, all I've got are females. All I've got are females. So no dangers there. They're all females. I've got Lexi. Lexi's my oldest. I've got Lexi, Lena, Lucy, Lainey, and Moo. And then my son has females as well. He's got Raina, Riley, Sagira, and Thea. They're all females. But I do have mice, a couple of breeding pair of mice. I'm going to start breeding them as feeders. As tough as that's going to be because I'll fall in love with the babies. I know I will. There is a breeder shortage, like a feeder breeder. There is a feeder shortage. At work, we only get feeder mice and rats in every Friday. And Saturday, we were already out of everything, with the exception of maybe the largest rats. We were out of everything. And people every day are coming in wanting pinky mice or fuzzy mice or hopper mice or adult mice or whatever. And we're like, sorry, we don't have any more. And I told my husband, yeah, 50 rats. I'm not going to have 50. My son's girlfriend has 17. 17 rats. Although we're getting close between his rats and my rats. But I was like, maybe I told my husband, maybe I should breed mice, a little extra money on the side for when people need feeders. He was like, would you be able to do that? And I'm like, I don't know. I'll try. I won't bond with them. Like I already said, what should I name the mom and dad? And he was like, or my son said, don't name them. You'll get attached. Let me see. I just don't want to miss anything. Let me go. I want 3 blind mice. um, but I was like, well, maybe the next time when we get our shipment of mice, I'll grab a few and hope I get a male and a female that can breed and I can start the process. Well, then half an hour before we were closing that same day, my coworker was like, hey, and I had talked to him about it too. He was like, "You'll never believe this." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "We just had somebody surrender a breeding pair of mice." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So they brought in these two mice who had pinkies. They had newborns. Their bellies were full because you could tell when they have full bellies. Um, we took all the babies out and we put them in with our moms so that, they can be taken care of there. And I brought the breeding pair home. So I could well, at first, of course, I'll just have pinkies, but if I weed out some, because they can have up to 14 babies. If I set some of the pinkies aside and wait for another female and another male or whatever, then I can start having different stages, like offering different stages of life, because people want pinkies and fuzzies and hoppers and, whatever, and I can have different stages. And I said, if I find that it's not something that I can actually do, like if I'm having a really tough time with it, I could bring those I could bring those mice back, because work will totally, I mean, we don't normally take in mice when we don't know where they came from, because we don't know what we're introducing to our other mice. But these mice were apparently purchased from us originally. So it's not a big deal to just bring them back. Let's see. So I was like, well, hey, it's worth a shot. See how it goes. And if I find that it's not something that I can do, I can return them. No muss, no fuss. Yeah, I could be attached to the breeding pair, just not their babies. I don't know. I was like, I could name them Sonny and Cher, or Ricky and Lucy, or Fred and Ethel, or, yesterday we were like, we'll just call them Mom and Dad. And I felt bad for them originally because they just had babies. She was nursing, and now suddenly there's nobody. Like, what goes through their minds? Like, suddenly you have no babies, and you were poor girl has milk to feed babies and no babies, you know? I know you're horsing around. Thank you, Vicky. You have a fuzzy thawing on the counter right now, bleh. And that's another thing I won't be able to offer. I can only offer live, because I am not going to kill them to freeze them. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. If I have to kill them, I can't do it. It's hard enough at work when somebody wants a live feeder and I have to reach in and decide which one I'm grabbing. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like that every time. I'm so sorry. So I certainly wouldn't be able to kill them. Yeah, I'm too soft-hearted when it comes to that. I can't. I can't. She's just chill. Oops, she just chills up here. She'll sit up there for hours, pee down my shoulder, poop a little bit. It's all good. That's what showers are for. Hey, cause she's a good girl. So are we naming you Moo Moo? Is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna name her Moo Moo. I've only had her since Sunday night, so Moo Moo. She's starting to go back into my hair. Woo! I just got a chill because she tickled me. Oh, Moo Moo, Moo Moo. She's my only not L name then, and that's okay. But see, now I feel like I can't turn properly. Um, Lexi, I could get Lexi's always willing to come out. She can come out and see you guys. She's my biggest rat. Let me grab her. What are you doing back there? about it. Here we go. I got her. She's always willing to visit. There she is, my biggest baby. She was about her size when I brought her home. And now she's this big. She's about 4 months old now. I believe she's about 4 months old. Give or take. Yes. Lulu. That's a cute name. I had one I named Nabisco. She was the color of That's cute. Nabisco. Yeah, look at the size difference. And she was about that big when I brought her home originally. Yeah, now you're big and fat. Oh. Yeah, she's gotten big. And she's very sweet. She's a very sweet girl. Aren't you? What are you looking at? Lulu is having a bath on my shoulder. What are you sniffing? What are you looking for? Huh? What are you looking for? When she was a baby, well, she's still a baby, but when she was a little baby, she'd crawl up on my husband and pull on his goatee hairs. He's like, ah! She barely does not like facial hair, and she will try and pluck it. Nini, is that how you say that? Celestial, hello, how are you? What are we doing? And there's Shadow playing around in the curtain. Oh, don't you shove the baby off. We're just gonna have a party on my shoulder. Look at her, she's gonna crawl on top of her. They get along really well, all the rats. Every now and then they'll like just tackle somebody out of the blue. They like to play fight. Who walked in on what now? Let's see. Oh, the wiener doesn't like being wet. Ah. Oh, gee. They're just, are you guys like, what are you doing? Butts to the camera. Your request was approved. Awesome. No cooking. Yeah, they're just gonna chill now. Lexi is guilty of sitting here and peeing, and I would feel it run down into the cleavage. Yep. Little faux pas like that happen. As they get older, they tend to learn while they're being held they shouldn't potty. They wait, but when they're young and they're still learning, they tend to have little pee pee poo poo accidents on you. But when I did meet up in real life and collabed with Aquatic Ness, she held every single rat with the exception of this little one because I didn't have her, and none of them pottied on her. Yep. I don't know what we're doing. We're just looking outside, maybe. You're in a building mood. What are we doing, Lexi? She normally doesn't just sit there. I think she's just sitting there because the baby's up there. Normally, Lexi's like up and down every arm and looking for ways to explore. Yes, true story. Ness did not get peed or pooped on. Size difference is cool. Yeah, it's hard to believe that Lexi was once that size just a few months ago. What are we doing? Lexi. She's totally ignoring me. Hi. Hi. Gotta go. Love your stream. Have to clean my apartment before work. All right, Vicky. Thanks for stopping in. Have a great day. Yeah, they do. They do get a lot. It's like the older ones know that they're so much younger that they tend to be more gentle with them. It's funny, the babies think that they're bigger than they are, and they'll like choose one of the larger ones to attack, to play with. And like it looks really funny because they're like, I'm gonna get you. And they really don't do much damage because they're so stinking small. And the bigger ones looking at them like, really? Like they're like annoying little toddlers. Yeah, they're colony animals. So yeah, they do. I mean, you can't typically just pop a new one in there and be like, okay, now you're friends. I mean, they still got to get used to each other and stuff like that. But the girls are they seem to be very accepting of new ones because I put her in and they're like, oh, hey, a baby. Okay. Because she just waltzed into the hammock where everyone was sleeping. She just waltzed in there and it was all good. I'm like, okay. Hi, Lexi. What's she doing? Lexi's smelling something. What smells? What do you smell? She hasn't figured it out yet. I'm just watching her in the camera. Where's the baby standing on you? Yeah, baby standing. Oh, the baby's standing on your back. Yeah. You hear the music? Or what? What do you hear? I have music playing. Or do you hear rain? I don't even know. It might be raining here too, because it's pretty gray. Vanessa said her kids had a 2-hour delay for fog. Oh, you hear the music? It's weird that sometimes I can play a stream and you guys can't hear it, but this is a YouTube safe music off of YouTube and you guys can hear that. So it's weird what is allowed to come through. I don't know. Them? No, they don't bite. No. They don't bite. They've nibbled on me a little bit. They'll put their teeth on me very lightly. But otherwise, she kisses me all the time. She licks me. And yeah, they don't bite. They're very friendly. I didn't know you guys could hear the music. Can we dance, Lexi? What are we doing? Do you want to go back in the cage? Hi. Do you want to go back in the cage? I can put you back. My hair is turning into a mess. Want to go back? I'll put her back. Baby's still hanging out on my shoulder. And she's making little baby noises back there too. Yeah, she's totally in my hair. She's crawling up the back of my head. Pretty soon you're going to see her on the top of my head. Drip, drip, drop, little April showers. Yeah, I like that song too. I saw that's totally different than drip, drip, drop. I shot the sheriff. I know. That's totally different. That's funny. What are you doing back there, girlie? Where are you? I just don't want you to potty in my hair, although it is shower day. So I guess if you do potty in my hair, it's all good. Say hello. Say hello. Hello, baby. Oh, Ness said she was playing Bob Marley. Bless you. I need to be able to play Conan with you guys because now I have nobody to play Conan with. I lost all my Conan buddies. Got to play it by myself. What you doing? Huh? Lulu? Little Lulu? Little Lulu? Get it on. I don't have money to get it on the PS4. I really should have had Ian download it when it was free for that month. It was literally free that month and he did not download it. It needs to be free again. Let me know when it's free and I will download it. How we doing? Did the price go up on PS4? I have no clue how much it is. I mean, I paid for it like $40, I think it was on the PC version. Oh, geez. Do you want to go back into? Huh? so that you don't potty on me? We'll get you in the clan. That would be so much fun. Yeah, because I don't do well by myself. I mean, I need to practice for sure, but it's always more fun to play with somebody. And I lost all my Conan buddies. $20 on Amazon, that's not bad. Excuse me, that's not bad. I would have to really practice because I know how to control everything on the computer, but I'm not familiar with the controller for PS4, so that could be funny. I might pull a girl thing and fall off buildings and stuff. Spawn in the desert. What you doing? You want to go back? All right, say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. I put you back. Bye-bye. All right. Now I feel like I got to run a brush through my hair because I had little rat feet tangling it up. Literal rat's nest. You guys don't have to do that. Don't do that. You guys want to see my mice? My mice? My cute little mice? And sadly, because I don't trust them to not bite me at this point because I don't know how hand tame they are. I do pick them up by their tails, which I cringe because I know you're not supposed to. My husband just texted me. All right. But yeah, I cringe about picking them up by their tails because I know you're not supposed to do that, especially with rats because you can deglove them. I don't know so much about mice in that way because they're lighter, but I don't like doing that. But I don't trust them to not bite me, you know. But let me grab the container. Hey guys. Oh. I'm thinking about getting one of those plastic bin drawers, like a little the plastic dresser that has the bin drawers, because I could put you know breeding pairs in the drawers. I'm thinking that's what I'll do. So here's where they're sleeping on this side. There's a reflection. There they are. There they are with their shredded paper towel and um, yarn. Let's see. Oh, I gotta give them more food. They like totally did crap in here. You guys need more water. Why'd you go and do that? You're waterless. Give me a second, guys. I gotta give them some water. I'm glad I looked. They need their water. What I think happened is they put some of the litter in there, the wood pellets, and all it did was soak up all the moisture. Come on. There we go. Hi. Hi. So yeah, by looking at them just normally, I can't tell who's who. Um, but cute little shitheads. Yep. But when I look at their bellies, I can tell who's who. So, hello, Mr. Ward. Is that a different account? Because I unblocked your other one. I've never played Fallout, or I'm not a big video gamer. Like my video games that I would play is like um, Mario Kart or like the original Super Mario. That's what I've done. I'm not big, anything that requires strategy or wandering around. Like my husband loves oh my gosh, now I've lost it. Um Link, Final Fantasy. Is that what that is? He loves that game. I would just wander around and I wouldn't know where I was going to get anything done. Solitaire. Yeah, that's more my speed. I used to try when I was a teenager, I tried Wolfenstein. And I'm like, I just my anxiety can't handle having people jump out and shooting at me. Oh, okay. Or maybe I didn't. Let me try again. Maybe I thought I unblocked it. Maybe I didn't yet. Let me see. Maybe I thought I did or I meant to and I didn't. Um, I got to get into my YouTube studio doohickey. Let me see. I'm working on it. All right. Nope, that's not what subscribers. I need to find I can't remember where to find my block. Oh, there we go. I found it. As I said it, I found it. All right. I got so many blocked from one person with multiple. There it is. I hadn't done it yet, but now I have. It should work now. Let's see. I'm just looking through. Some of the names, I swear. Okay. Should work now. Hey, Denny. Yeah, Barry the Sonic King was the one I meant to unblock. He's talked to me and he knows that he's getting one more chance. Hey, Gary. How are you? Really busy? Good to see ya. Yeah, I like Mario Kart. That's the one thing I will play with Ian. He bought it for his Switch. And he actually had my dad when he brought his Switch when we went on vacation to visit my parents. And we hooked it up to the TV. And for the first time, my dad played Mario Kart. And it was fun to watch. He played Mario Kart with his grandson, and it was nice to see. How are you doing, Danny? Oh, that's okay. It's okay. I know people have things going on. I'm still straightening up my hair. I had a rat in my hair earlier. Literally. I had a rat's nest. Literal rat's nest. You're at work. Ugh. I got today off. I got to work tomorrow. Need to go to the store a little bit later. Check my phone. Okay. All right. Gotcha. I finally got my tractor back. Ooh. What was wrong with it? Yeah, you won't melt, foe, but your chickens will starve. Yeah, I actually would have, depending on what was wrong with it, I probably would have expected something bigger. I every now and then I was like, why can't we just live somewhere where we've got land and like we'll just have crops, we'll be those people that have cornfields or soybean fields or whatever. And then I thought, no, because then when we have a tractor that doesn't work for harvest or for planting, then we're going to be screwed. Because I did have a friend and coworker years and years ago before Ian was born, um, who her husband farmed, and she would always tell me about when a tractor wouldn't work, when they had to get this fixed, or the crops just weren't good that year because we had too much rain or not enough rain, or whatever. And I thought that's got to be stressful. Your baseball field. Did you build it and they came? Build it and they will come. Hey, I was just thinking, if you really did have a baseball field, couldn't you like rent it out to like Little League? They can have Little League games in your baseball field. Rent it out. Yeah. A homestead sounds fun for the peacefulness. Sounds exciting and relaxing and, nature type thing, but then there's work involved in that too. And I don't want to plant crops and, all of that. It's coffee. It's my coffee. Did you see the baby rat, Barry? Moo Moo, little Moo Moo. She came home Sunday night. Pure Leaf. Is that tea? It's owned by the church. I take care of it. Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah, I'm the kind of, because when I go camping, I'm like, I want to sit and read a book and eat junk food by the fire, and then I'm like, but then you got to set everything up and you got to wash dishes and you got to maintain your site and you got to do that. I'm like, I want to be the irresponsible, lazy camper. I don't want to be the responsible camper. I want to enjoy it. I don't want to work. Okay, it's tea, yeah. I don't know what it is that Ian drinks. If it's Pure Leaf or something else. He might drink Pure Leaf too. I'm not sure. Give me a second. I'll find the baby for you. Where's the baby? Is the baby out? Yes, the baby's out. Hi, baby. Gonna grab you again. Here's the baby. She's a very good girl. Sneeze. I'm trying to show your face. Stop turning. There we go. She's got big ears. Hello, baby. Oh, bless you. Yeah, she is a cutie. And she'll chill for hours on my neck. Just sit there, chill, make a nest in my hair. Don't you? Mm-hmm. Yes. You want to go back up there? You can go back up there? Here we go. Yes, how's school going? She's energetic. She likes to chill on my shoulder or in my hair. She's on the back of my head right now. She's like right here. She, she's gonna there she is. Um, but she at least does not try and escape the cage. You better not pee or poop up there. She wants to be the king of the castle, queen of the castle. You better not potty up there. I'm telling you now. We're gonna have a discussion. You have a lot of hard classes. I hate hard. Ugh. I hated school. My favorite classes were music, French. Um, I didn't mind English very much. I hated history, geography, math, especially math. Um, Science. Any of those ones that were a little more complicated, I had a hard time with. And I wish that like tutoring wasn't so faux pas back then, because even my own mom said that, she probably would have got me into some tutoring for especially math or whatever, because I couldn't keep up with, you know, when my husband explains things to me, I'm like, well, that makes sense. But I couldn't keep up with their teaching methods and they would move on before I would wrap my head around it. More than a conqueror. Hello, how are you? Are you on lunch right now, Barry? Because you'd still be in school, right? That's cool. Who would get better grades? Oh yeah, you're on lunch. All right. What are we doing up there? Huh? You looking at She wants to see the world. I can show you the world. Oh, what are you doing? Don't potty up there. I know I want to wash my hair today, but not because you've pottied in it. You have a 4-hour class? What class is it? I'm about to drink something. Don't fall off my head. Oh, your fourth class, not your 4-hour class. I got confused there because you said 4-hour. You go to your 4-hour. I know that in college I had a class that lasted 4 hours, but I'm about to take you off my head because I don't know how long you'll hold your bladder. World history. Sometimes history is interesting. Other times I'm like, do we gotta know this? Yeah, because she's lo- watching the world, so it just came to my head. You would die. Yep, learn all you can for sure. Learn all you can. I think one of my son's favorite classes is science. He actually really enjoys science, and he hates math, but he's actually good at it. He's definitely better at it than I am. What are you doing? She's a good girl. And actually, I was just thinking, average girl, about that Conan on the PS4. I've never actually done anything on the PS4 live, like on YouTube. I'd have to figure out even how to do that. All I've ever done is game with the PC. You got to crash paper cars. That's cute. One of the things that one of Ian's dreams is for us to get him. He wants to get a telescope because he loves like astronomy. At one point, I was like, he wants a telescope because he likes astrology, and I'm like, no, no, not astrology, astronomy, which is really cool. My husband enjoys it too, so I mean, it could be a dual thing, something that they can do together too. You know, have the telescope and just like find constellations and all of that. He's really interested in that. She's cleaning my glasses. The mice are sleeping. The mice are sleeping. Oh yeah, that's right, Barry. You don't know about that too. I have mice, a couple of mice, a mama and a daddy. A pair. I have a breeding pair of mice. as of Sunday. They don't have names. My son told me not to name them or I'll get attached. And yesterday morning, I went, oh, look, they're sleeping together. They're snuggled up. And he goes, stop adoring them. It was funny. Oh, no. You need a new lens. We would get him a telescope because I don't want to get him a cheapy telescope. I want to get him one that is actually really good, but then of course the really good ones are expensive. And because I want it to actually work well for him. I don't want to get just this cheapy one that he can't see what he wants to be able to see. So I don't know. Eventually, he's got his learner's permit now. He didn't even tell me. He didn't even tell me. I was driving him home yesterday and I was like, so have you taken your test again? And he was like, yeah, I got my permit. And I'm like, well, thanks for telling your mother. And then I texted my husband and I said, Ian's got his permit. He goes, yeah, I know, he told me. And I'm like, tell me. I didn't know. Yeah, she is pretty comfy up there. But I was like, if I knew that, I would have let you drive home. And he was like, and I'm like, is that a no? And he's like, yeah. He's still trying to park properly in a parking place in a parking lot, like in between the lines. You seriously just noticed the rat on my head? She's been up there for like 10 minutes. Uh, hey, my internet came back on, sweet. Awesome. Are you having a nap? I think she's going to go to sleep. She's going to go to sleep on my head. Look at that. She's using my glasses as a pillow. Oh, goodness. That was a band from a different town. There was a band competition at our school, and I were having fun. I miss going to marching band competitions. My stepdaughter was in marching band when she was in high school, and I loved watching them practice. I loved watching their competitions. Oh, I miss it. I really do think it's cool. I love marching bands. School was the smallest band. Small bands actually, I think their band was smaller than some of the other schools in the competitions. Like I was like, holy moly, look at all the people in that one. And then like our school was like the smallest of, but they still did really well. They made it to state a few times. They didn't win. They came second, I think, one year. Um, but they would make it to state several times. This old helmet, hello, how are you? All right, Barry. Have a good day for the rest of your school day. Nope, this is not about. It could be about rat hats. Not about helmets. Passion, I put up a video of them dancing in the parking lot. Oh, that's sweet. I hate when I don't have a decent internet. I have a decent internet at home, but then when I have to use the towers when I leave home, then it's spotty. And I'm like, I'm supposed to have like really good connectivity. They pride themselves on their connectivity, and I don't have good connections when I'm not at home. You really love helmets. Yeah, because every time I see him in a stream, he asks, is this about helmets? And she is going to sleep up here. Yes, hit that like button. Oh, big surprise. I got 3 thumbs down. I don't know why they think that. People, I've had 118, and you know this, I've had 118 dislikes in my stream before in a 2-hour period, and I celebrated. Why do you think your little minimal thumbs down is going to hurt? Goodness. Oh, 4. I mean, for heaven's sakes. When I don't like something, I just move on. Why do you have to make the statement with the thumbs down? It's just petty. Just move on. Don't be here. Yeah, YouTube doesn't care either. I mean, obviously they don't care. I had 118 of them. Yeah, you got wine wasted. Yeah, the algorithm likes interaction. So, you actually hurt me more just moving on and not giving the interaction, but you're interacting. Oh, I'm sure it could be you too, because I saw what happened yesterday with you, and I was actually like, what is going on? But it's me too. It's me too. Because I actually put up a video yesterday about, helping other people. I want to see your pets, and I'll be putting your channel names. Email me your pictures of your pets, and I'm going to make a video with all of that with your channel names, and put your links in the description and all of that. And I got a thumbs down, and I'm like, who wouldn't like that? And it's just a hater. It's just a hater. And for heaven's sakes, be mature. If I don't like somebody, first off, I don't go to their channel, but I certainly don't go and just to give them a thumbs down. What's the point? What is the point? I'm looking forward. I'm hoping I'm gonna get a lot more emails with pictures. I want to have a nice video of a compilation of everybody's pictures. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. Yep. Thank you for the thumb and the watch time. Because I know, there are people that lurk because they want to know what dirt they can go back and talk about on theirs. So there's watch time, and I'm getting closer and closer to the watch time I need. I am. I've got literally, when you convert the hours into minutes, you need 240,000 minutes. I've got 220 right now. I'm getting a lot closer. So if they're going to come in here and lurk, it's helping. Yeah, life's too short. Yep. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. And I'm purposely not saying any names. I haven't. I've been accused of saying names. I haven't said any names ever since this started in here. I haven't. But like to try and stir things up. What are we doing up there? Yep. Thank you for the watch time. Thank you for the interaction with the thumb. No matter what thumb it is, it's all beneficial. And eventually I will get there. I've actually during the day now, when I took a couple of days of a break of not streaming at all, I actually did a lot more cruising in other people's streams, and just in the last couple of weeks I've jumped up a bunch more subscribers. So I'm trying to be more, involved in other people's than I had been. I was lacking in that area, and I kind of felt bad. So I've been trying to do some more rounds and stuff when I'm home and not streaming in between my other stuff. Yeah. Or say, don't do this in your stream, and then they do that very thing in their stream. Um, don't pick on these kind of people, but have picked on people. I don't even know. It's Yeah. Don't even want to talk about it anymore. No, we're just going to move on, and they can do their thing, and I'll do my thing, and we'll do our thing. Okay, average girl. I mean, I was upset. I was pretty upset. But I was like, you know what? Why am I going to be this upset? I need to just move on. Inglorious bastard. Hello, how are you? Oh, I saw that for a split second. I saw that was you. Let me see. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We're not gonna talk about anything about that anymore. We're separate entities now. We're not even going to discuss it. You know, some people are allowed to vent and some people aren't in their own streams. I'm apparently not allowed to. Um, so I'll move on. We will move on. What's on the docket for today? Oh, we've been talking about a lot of things, gaming, pets. I have, since you are new in here, I did post a video. Yes, was it yesterday that I did it? Yeah, Monday. That I have an email in my description, and people are allowed to email me pictures of their pets. And next Monday, I am going to take all of those and turn it into a video and feature everybody's pets with their channel names to go with their pictures so that everybody knows whose pets go to who. And then you're going to knock these off my head. And then, see you, Gary. Have a good day. What was I going to say? Oh, and then if you include your channel link, it would go in the description too. So it's like a shout out for everybody and displaying your pets. And so far, I've got a few emails, so I'm looking forward to it. We have another band moving over us again. I'm assuming you mean rain, not music. Oh, you don't have pets? Well, boo. I have tons. I have tons. Tons of pets. You fed your chickens in the rain. They're probably happy now. Can you come down from there now? I don't know. Have you pottied? Nope, she didn't. No potties. She didn't potty. Good girl. I forget to feed myself. I do too. Like I've done a stream and and it'll be a long stream sometimes, and then I'll be like, why am I so hungry? Oh, it's 3 o'clock and I haven't even eaten anything today. I've had my coffee and that's about it. A band is moving over us playing those groovy tunes. You want to go back? Want some foods and potty? Not on me. Huh? Oh, we already did. At least I took her off my head. All right. Yeah, at least you're honest and you're responsible in the way that you won't get something that relies on you if you don't even keep up with yourself. Can't eat because nauseous, but nauseous because yeah. That happened to me actually in school. I was in the 7th grade and I was irresponsible and I waited till like the last minute to work on a project. So my mom took me to the library because back then we couldn't just look things up on the internet. We didn't even have a computer. We didn't have a computer until I was 18. Um, but she took me to the library so I could take out books and do my research and work on my poster board and do this and do that. And it was way past dinner time, but I think we were there until the library closed. And I was super, super, super hungry, but I had to get the project done. And then we went home, and my mom gave me my leftover dinner, pulled out my plate, heated it up and everything. And I took one bite and I just did not feel good. I couldn't eat it. I couldn't eat it because I waited too long to eat and then I didn't feel good. So I ended up having to try and at least eat an apple just to kind of set my stomach right. before I was able to eat real food. I had kids young, so I have had others relying on me to feed them for so long. That's just in practice, yeah. Now the kids can take care of themselves. They feed themselves when they're hungry, and I just got to worry about the animals. I'm the type of guy that gets a library book and forgets to return for 3 years. That's funny. You outlaw. I bet you after 3 years you go. Well, I did that too, where I forgot to return a book, and it had been a little while, so I think I didn't have an outlandish um, late fee. It was bigger than it should have been. It was like $15 of a late fee when it's like 25 cents a day or something. But I can't imagine what a 3-year late fee would be. You're constantly looking over your shoulder. They're going to get me for that book. I still like going to the library. I do. My sister is really into I have a Kindle so that I can read books on that. I've got so many books that I got for free. I mean, I did pay for some books to have on my Kindle, but then I have so many that I got for free because I'll search out free Kindle books and I'll download the ones that look interesting to me. So I've got so many of them. But my sister's more of, I like the comfort, the smell of the pages, being able to turn a page, that kind of thing. And sometimes I like that too. But I also like that I don't have to have 10 bookshelves in my house to hold all the books that I have. I have one bookshelf, and even my husband is like, "Are you ever going to read these books again? Get rid of them." He hates it. Yes, what book is it? What book are you hanging on to? Oh, The Most Dangerous Game. Floral arrangement for dummies. I took floral arranging class. I can't remember how long it was. It was just a class in the evenings that I took, and it was floral arranging, and I had so much fun. Lost most of our books in the flood. I did lose some books too when right after my divorce, and I was renting this house, and the basement flooded, and I lost Ian's baby book. I was so upset. It got ruined. I, all right. Just had to send a message. I'm better at floral. I was good at I was really happy with the stuff that I got to make and keep, that I had something to look at to create it. If I had to create it out of my head, though, I don't know if I would do so well. You are actually surprised me as well. I'll never get divorced because I'm not married. It's like insurance. Well, I got married when I was 23. Got had my son when I was 27. Got divorced when he was 5, and I've been remarried again to someone else for 10 years. And we're actually doing. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, of course. Who doesn't? But we're doing fine. And the only one of the main reasons why I got divorced in the first place is because my son's father stepped out on me. So I don't tolerate that. He was not ready. But I got a good guy now. He drives me crazy. I'm sure I drive him crazy, but I got a good guy. Hey, Maple Street. Poor man, poor man. I've been through a lot of different. Y'all drive each other in a good way. Oh, sometimes it's not a good way. Sometimes I'm like, why? You know, my mom told me when I was young, she was like, so, when you get married, there are going to be days when you wondered why you ever married him. And I'm like, how can you ever think that? And yeah, you sometimes you do get to that point. Why did I marry him? But then that's when you start working it out because you think back, why did we get together in the first place? There are qualities there that drew us to each other in the first place. And then as long as you take the time to work it out, that's why we're together. I'm a poor man. I mean, and I was raised to never get divorced. I was raised when you get married for life. That's it. And, that was my plan. And then he had cheated on me. So I was like, well, that is the one thing that can get you out of it. So that's when I left. What? Why are you a poor man? Beer and football. Sounds good. Have a good day, Inglorious. Herb. Herb isn't her boyfriend, I swear. I'm a broke poor man. Yes. That's the wrong kind of poor man we were talking about, but yeah, my husband is the same. Broke poor man. Which is, I think, why he's willing to allow me to do this mouse breeding thing. He was like, as long as you think you can do it. I think he's open to me doing crickets too, but crickets are going to take up a little bit more space because they need bigger bins. And multiple of them so that when the babies when they lay their eggs, those get moved to another bin so they can hatch in there. So it's going to take up more space. Yeah, he does. He does. That's why he's always like, don't do this, this, and this. And that's why he was always like, don't make friends on YouTube because he doesn't like seeing me upset or, hearing about the drama or anything like that. So he's concerned. So I've actually learned to stop really telling him about things that happen with anybody because he'll be like, see, I told you. I told you not to do. I told you. He was actually good with me going to see you guys. Uh, and when I say you guys, I mean Vanessa. He was actually fine with me doing that. I think I need a paper towel here. Hang on a second. Lucky's Wet Hooks and Hot Plates. Hello, how are you? I'm a blonde. Aw, see you at lunch. Yep, the good old I told you so. He tells me that a lot. I told you so. I knew that would happen. Aw. Okay, guys, get a room. No, I'm joking. That was very tame. I'll be right back. I think I found a little bit of rat pee on my table. I just wanted to take care of that. You do have a room. We do have a room. It's not a private room. Yep, hammock cat. Hammock cat. Clayton Curry Vlogs. Hello, how are you? How's it going? So here I can show you guys again. Short of taking them out by their tails because I don't trust them to not bite me. But there's my little breeder mice. So when they start having their little babies, I can start selling them as feeders, which is going to be hard on my heart. But there is a feeder shortage, so it's going to be, there's a demand, and be a little extra money. They, the little shits. Yeah, they'll breed. It's just going to take, it's going to take a little bit because they literally just had a litter, within the last few days. I don't have the babies. The babies are at work, but there's she can get pregnant anytime if she's not already. They can get pregnant while they're still nursing, and gestation is 20 days, so I may have babies here before long, and then I'll have to try and weed out another male and female somewhere so that I have more than one breeding pair, so I can offer more than one stage of baby, because some people will want pinkies, some people will want fuzzies, some people will want hoppers, which hoppers are basically teenage mice. um, but at this rate, because I've only got one breeding pair, I'm only going to have one stage. So I need to get a couple other pairs going so that I can have different stages breeding at different times and all of that. So, but there is a shortage. There definitely is a shortage. I mean, at work, at the pet store I work at, we get shipments of the feeders every Friday. And Saturday and Sunday, we totally ran out. We have no more mice, none, except for the moms that nurse the little tiny babies that we get shipped, because they don't always send us the moms, they'll send us the babies. And the moms that we have will nurse those babies while they're in the process of being sold. But we ran out of everything, and we won't get more until Friday. And in the meantime, every day people are coming in for feeders, and there aren't any. So it's definitely something to do. And if I find that I can't handle it, I can just bring the mice into work and be done. Yeah, a lot of rodents they can get pregnant while they're still nursing. Even gerbils and hamsters. Because we actually had a gerbil at work that had a litter. Somebody surrendered her to us with her babies, and she'd had her litter. She was nursing her litter, and then like right around the time that the babies were going to be getting ready to be able to be weaned, she had another couple of pups. And we're like, what, really? There was no male. How did she get pregnant again? But she probably got pregnant like soon after she had those other babies. Like it's crazy how quickly, and they do that so that like in the wild they're colony animals, and in order to maintain their colony and their sizes, they have to be able to breed that quickly. Yeah, which is why rabbits breed a lot. It's not necessarily healthy for them. Rats, mice, gerbils, hamsters, they live in colonies in the wild, so they have to be able to keep up those numbers. And since they're prey animals and they'll get picked off by predators, they need to be able to breed that fast. But yep, and the only way I can tell these mice apart is by looking at their bellies, because they look identical otherwise. I have to be able to look at their bellies to tell who's the mom and who's the dad, because they are identical. But they're so cute. And then, like I said earlier, I was like, what should I name them? And my son was like, you can't name them, you'll get attached. And I was like, oh, look how cute they are. And he's like, stop adoring them. He cracks me up, my kid. Stop adoring them. But they're cute. I can't help it. Yep, they're ma and pa. Ma and pa. You can name them the breeding pair. I don't know what to do about the babies. The babies. Bebe. That's how my son is like, she's just a bebe. Bebe. I need to get a rat and just name her Bebe. 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 Name the babies Prophet. Prophet 1, Prophet 2, Prophet 3. Prophet the 1st, Prophet the 3rd, Prophet the 2nd. Henry the 8th. Hey, Jenny, welcome back. It's hard to imagine making profit off of them when they sell for so cheap. Like, I'm seeing the average being like $1 something per mouse. And I'm like, it's hard to imagine that being profit. But if one mouse can have 14 babies, and the babies are different stages, like pinkies are going to be cheaper than fuzzies. Fuzzies are going to be cheaper than hoppers. Hoppers are going to be cheaper than adults. But they don't, the price change isn't drastic. Like, it's only a matter of maybe 15 cents or 25 cents difference in each stage. I was about to say what happened to Prophet 2. I don't know why I skipped 2 originally. They're so cute. And I found, because I have these big feeder blocks, and they'll eat on these forever because they've got small mouths. Like, let me show you. these feeder blocks. This has already been nibbled on, but there's like, I've got like 5 or 6 of them in their dish like this, and this will feed them for, I've had these since Sunday, these blocks, and they're eating. It just takes them forever to eat off these. But the other thing I did was put some dog food in there. They can actually, because I looked up what breeding mice can eat, and they're still very, I can feed them dog food, cat food. They like pasta. Like they can eat starches and things like that. So I don't have to buy them any food. I've got food here already for them. They can eat out of the cat food, the dog food, and because they're so small, they're not going to eat a lot. The quantity isn't going to be tons. You did? Why, Jenny? Yes, being emotional is not cool. Exactly. I have moments myself where I'll just sit and bawl, and my husband's like, what? And I'm like, I just have to. I just have to release some pressure. Yeah, one kibble would fill them up. Exactly. But I got some free dog food at work because it expired. So we have to take it off of the shelf. And as the employees, we can claim the bags. Otherwise, they just get, whatever. We can claim the bags. So I brought like 3 bags of this brand of dog food home that my dogs don't eat. I'm feeding it to the rats. They love it. Um, but I can take some of that because I've got this big bag. My husband's like, we're going to have this food forever. And I'm like, that's the point. And I didn't pay for it. But I put some of the kibble in their dish and they like it too. So I'm feeding them for free. And all I got to do is keep watching in the back room for when there's like bags of dog food out there, or even cat food. If it's expired, we can claim it and I can bring it home for nothing. And it feeds my rats and it feeds the mice and we're all good. The only thing that I can't get for free is like hay. But I do get discounts on the dog and cat food that we do buy for our dog and cat. And my son buys rat food, like the literal rat food for his rats, and he gets a discount on that. So it's nice to get discounts. Yeah, I hear you, Jenny. We've got a lot going on here at home as well, and everything just piles on, and then you reach a breaking point. We've had some issues at home, and not between us, but just situations at home where something comes up, and it's like, everything likes to happen at one time, and then you got to try and catch up and make sure everything is you know going. You got to get up and clean the house. I got some laundry to do today. I got to run to the store. Oh, and I don't even like Science Diet. It's got fillers. What foods has he tried that the dog has runs on? I hate Science Diet. I mean, I know the vet sells it, but Science Diet still has fillers in it. We feed our dogs and cats Earthborn, but another good brand that is actually cheaper than the Earthborn that we buy is From, Fromm. And actually, From is what I'm feeding the rats. And it's actually really good. And The rats like it, the mice like it. And we're actually thinking about transitioning um, the dogs and the cats to that. Bulldogs are bottomless pits. We have this cutest little Frenchie at work. Oh my goodness. Little Frenchie bulldog. He's so cute. He's white and he's got these tiny little beige patches on his back that almost looks like he's dirty. But he's been given a bath and he still has these little tan spots on him when he's all white, and he's just the cutest little thing. Um, at one point, one of my coworkers, I was holding on to him after I gave him a bath, and he goes, "He is kind of cute, but just kinda." And then literally, the French bulldog looked at him, and he just had this look on his face. He was like, "Kinda? Like, hello? What do you mean, kinda?" Yeah, it is hard. I hate when dog has the runs. Our American bulldog, she's not like we have the Brinley is our American bulldog mix. She's got an iron stomach. I don't know what it is. Like she's had the runs, but for the most part, she gets into things and eats things that she shouldn't. Like she's had my hot Cheetos. She's eaten half a bar of chocolate. Just getting into things. And the girl has an iron stomach. I'm telling you what. Things that I thought would make her sick, she's just like, I'm good. Oh no! Take care of that, foe. Chicken salad is delicious. Mhm. Oh, I just about dropped my phone on the floor. We've got some of the cutest puppies at work, and I fell in love with one of our ferrets, and it's a good thing that they're expensive, or I would, you know, be like, oh, I gotta bring her home because she is such a sweet ferret. She's got a pretty little face, but I can't just bring her home. She's $200, but she's so sweet. Hey, Eric, your iPhone is getting fixed at AT&T today. What happened to it? It's such a. I've been accused of talking about poop so much. I mean, I deal with animals all the time, so I'm always like talking about poop. Barry's like, "Yeah, always talking about poop." Well, it's part of my life. I've got a lot of animals at home, and I deal with a lot of animals at work. I deal with a lot of poop, so it doesn't gross me out. Yeah, it's their favorite thing to do, poop. I cleaned out a kennel, one of the puppies' kennels. I cleaned it out. It was now all nice, and I put the dog back in, and she literally just crapped all over it again. And I'm like, really? I just cleaned that. I just put you in there, and she did it again. And I'm like, okay, let's do this again. My cat's favorite thing to do is vomit up fur. Yeah, I will find hers on windowsills. I'm like, gross. And there was one hairball hanging off the front of the microwave yesterday morning. Ugh, the joys of pets. I laugh at the expression, I'm up to my ears in poop. I've been up to my elbows. I've literally had to clean poop off of my elbows at work. I'm like, where is that smell coming from? No one's pooped. Oh, it's me. Oh, man. And like I said the other day when I was at work and I had that rat in my hair, she pooped and I had to like take my strand of hair put it in the sink, and like wash her poop out of my hair. You hear a sound? I've got music playing. It's YouTube friendly music. I won't get striked. I won't get striked. I won't get struck. I am out of coffee. I'm really debating making more. I'm debating making more. I slept better last night, though. I did sleep better on freshly washed sheets, too. It smelled good. I won't get I won't get striked for the music playing. It's YouTube friendly for YouTube creators to put into their streams or their videos and stuff. So I won't get striked. Struck. I won't get struck or stroked or I won't get stroked. That doesn't sound right. Don't stroke me. I need to save up some money to get some more of my mugs, my tribute mugs. I need to have a tribute, especially my Milo mug. I need to have one of my Milo mugs. The mice are good. They're right here. They're right here. Can you see? Beyond the reflection. There they are. Their little butts. They're cute, cute, cute little things. Either that or we have a hole in the roof. Ooh, I hate when we had a hole in our roof when we were renting. And the nice thing was, all we had to say was, the ceiling is leaking in my daughter's room, and they came over and they covered up everything in her room, and they totally made a big hole in her ceiling, and they patched it all up, and they re-drywalled or whatever they did inside, and we had a brand new part of that roof they fixed, and the inside ceiling they fixed that all up, took care of all the stuff that was wet. It was great, and we didn't pay a cent. Now that we own our house, I'm really not wanting any leaks. So far, we have none. Yeah, yeah, I've seen that too, Jenny, and it's terrible. It's terrible that, why waste so much energy worrying about somebody else? But yeah, try not to worry about that, and hopefully if something does happen, YouTube will work it out, because it has happened to a channel before where it got worked out and their channel was given back. So um, I don't know. Those people just have to get a life, stop worrying about other people, and focus on themselves. All things work out in the end, especially when you have receipts. Yep, I got an ad playing. I don't want to hear your ads when I have mute when I want to listen to music. I've got a bit of a headache. I've had a headache the last few days. It's just not a bad headache. It's just been there, and it's just enough to be really annoying and bother me. I don't know if it could be partially stress, it could be allergies, it could be both. I also have my time of the month, so it could be part of that, which is also, I think, why I've been especially emotional too, where things get to me a little bit more too, because I'm hormonal. I'm hormonal. Yeah. I get stress headaches, sinus headaches, um, allergy headaches, moon sickness. Yeah. Yep, I got the moon sickness. And you can tell I still want coffee. I'm like getting the smallest little drips out of here. I still want more. It was a full moon on Friday. Yep. Yep. And Sunday. I drove, or it was Saturday or Sunday when I was coming. I think it was Saturday when I was coming home. I was like, there's still a full moon because it lasts, what, 3 days, right? 3 phases of the moon, like, or 3 phases, but when there's a full moon, it's usually out for 3 days, 3 days, and then it changes. I had my factory removed. Although then you got to go through menopause, right? And that's not fun either. I'm not looking forward to that either. Oh, yeah. Itchy. My eyes are itchy. Be a good sister. This bite, the hamster that bit me a couple of weeks ago, that still hurts. I mean, it's healing up, but I could still see where it bit me, and it hurts when you push on it. Of course, if I was doing that, I'm like, this hurts. It hurts when I push on it. My husband would be like, well, don't push on it. Hello. Oh, okay. So you haven't done the change yet. Okay. All right, girl. Minimal work today. I gotta empty out the, I was gonna say cat litter box, the rabbit litter box. That's on my agenda today too, besides going to the store and doing a little laundry. I don't have any water change. Well, I do have one water change to do in my divided tank, but since Bettas are a lot cleaner too, I find that I can like fudge that a little bit and they don't care so much. It's the goldfish and the snails that I really can't fudge on. Every now and then my husband will fudge on the bigger tanks too, the cichlids. He'll be like, it doesn't look too bad, or I don't want to buy or can't buy new cartridges for the filters this week, so he just cleans those filters out and puts, or like the cartridges, and puts them back in, and he's like, clean you out next weekend, and they're like, okay, all good. That's fine. Average girl's about to go clean hers too. It's all good. I need to text Ian and be like, okay, what were your chores like when you got home from the weekend? Because he always has so much to do when he gets home, clean up everybody else's mess when he hasn't been there all weekend. It's like they slack off all weekend because they know he's coming back on Monday, and then he's got all this stuff to do after school and work. All these industrious women making me look even lazier than I already am, right? I remember my ex mother in law. She was very crafty. She would do woodworking, she would sew, she would do this, she would do that. And everyone's like, how do you have time to do all this? You're so creative. How do you find the time? She goes, that's easy. I don't clean the house. I'm like, why would you readily admit that? She didn't have a clean house. She didn't. I'm like, why would you tell people that? I just don't clean the house. I want to work on my diamond painting a little bit today too. Oh, I see her on this side of me in the camera, so I look over here and she's not there. I gotta start remembering that it's reversed. Yeah, look, check my email, see how many. I got some cute pictures to put in the video. Let's see. I got. Not quite sure what that is. Some cute kitty cat. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting some more pictures. Do they have some at Walmart? Oh, bless me. I need to finish up my sister's bridal bouquet. Yeah, my bridal bouquet. I still have my bridal bouquet. It was made out of silk flowers and stuff. And my maid of honor or matron of honor, she made it for me, and I thought it was really cool. It was really cool. Brandon's premiering a video. Okay. She also made the boutonnieres and the corsages and stuff. She did a good job. And I got the flowers from Hobby Lobby, so I saved money. Since I was paying for it was my second wedding, so we paid for it ourselves. I didn't expect my parents to help me out a second time, so we just had a very small, cheapest we can do. A lot of homemade stuff. The bouquets, I printed up all of the invitations. I made my own invitations. I made my candles. Um, it was fun. It was actually fun. I enjoyed it. We got a Walmart cake for the wedding cake. And it was just a sheet cake. I mean, it didn't have to have tears or anything like that. We just needed to feed, you know, a small group of people. Introducing YouTube Music. All right, I don't want your ads. No ads. Check on. All right. I'm making satin flowers, waiting to put it together. I made the corsages, and I'm going to make boutonnieres. We're doing it all ourselves. Yeah, that's the fun part, doing the favors and all of that kind of stuff. I helped a friend slash coworker make her favors and stuff, and tying all these little ribbons and stuff like that. And we had fun. We turned it into a girls' night and just worked on things for her wedding. It was a lot of fun. Ooh, yeah, it is a long drive. Too bad that it's not around the time of year that my husband goes to Texas for work for 2 weeks, because I would totally like, I'll come with, but then I'd have to like take time off work. But I would totally go. I would totally go. Ooh, little jars of local honey. That's cool. And my cousin actually makes uh, syrup. He like taps trees and does syrup and stuff. And I bought a bottle of syrup from him, and it was really good. And they used little bottles of syrup for favors and stuff, which I thought was a really good idea. It was some pretty good syrup. I was sad when I ran out. I was like, I'm gonna have to buy another jar from him. But I would really like to be able to do local honey, like have a little beehive. I'm not crazy about bees. I hate bees. They give me the chills. I get the shivers and that. But I would think that if I had a beehive and I had all the garb where they can't get me, that would be really cool to be able to make your own honey, or make your own honey, jar your own honey, or however you do it. We do have a local store um, where they actually sell the hives and the gear and all of that for having beehives. They actually have that stuff at one of our farm stores. So that would be really cool to do. Just set that up in the backyard and harvest my honey from the bees. My uncle that lives in Indiana used to make maple syrup. I don't know if he does now. I don't know if he's even still alive. Wow. I'm in Indiana. I wonder if I know him. Yeah, they freak me out too, and I do know they're like, I don't worry about putting weed killer in my yard for dandelions or clovers or anything like that, and I'm like, let them come, because the bees need that. The bees need that, and I literally actually will pick, because if we don't treat the yard, I will literally pick the dandelions and the rabbit eats them. So, oh, Attica, gotcha. Yep, we've got a rural king. We've got a Tractor Supply store and we've got a Rural King. And I don't know, I'm assuming that the Tractor Supply would have that stuff too, but I know the Rural King does um, the beekeeping stuff. My luck, I would have not put my suit on well enough, and one of them would get into my suit and I'd be trapped in my suit with a bee. That would just be my luck. Yep, we just mow. Yep. Well, dandelions and clovers pop up in like the next day or two anyway, even after you mow, so it's not a big deal. I'm not even sure where Attica is, honestly. Check Attica. I'm just gonna look, see how far away it is from me. Eh, it's about 120 miles away. So if in hours, it would take about two and a half, 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 40 minutes approximately to get to Attica from where I am at. Not too bad. So who's all here? Who's all here? Say hi. And if you're just lurking, thanks for the watch time. I appreciate. Yep, snow and sled. Although there are some times that will go, like, I can't remember the last time we actually had Christmas with snow. We usually end up getting snow after Christmas sometime. But I grew up in Canada, so snow was just a thing. And now it's like it doesn't necessarily feel like Christmas at Christmas because there's no snow. A little warm in here. Whew. I'm gonna turn the AC back on. What's the temperature? 71. Not too bad. Cloudy and 71. Supposed to go up to 78, which is still not bad. The humidity, I think, is the problem that's coming with it. The humidity with it. Ah, 73% humidity. I hate how sunset is so much earlier now. It used to be like little after 9 or around 9 or whatever, and now it's like quarter to 8. Really? The daylight is the days are getting shorter. Boom, done already. Wow, Speedy. Little Miss Speedy. I got a bug bite and it itches. I'll check the base about one. Gotta play with makeup first. There weren't a whole lot of dishes since it was breakfast tacos. Ooh, breakfast tacos. Actually, my husband now bought syrup because the other day I scrambled up some eggs so I could make myself some French toast. And I'm like, I don't want to eat plain French toast. We didn't have any syrup. So I was like, so I ended up with scrambled eggs. He bought syrup. I came home from work and there was syrup. So I'm like, ooh, I can make myself some French toast. I do want some bacon though. I want bacon to go with my French toast. We don't have that. Itchy. Yeah, it's worth it to let him drive me crazy, exactly, because he knows. I told him once, I was like, we haven't had Kraft. I know Kraft mac and cheese is not healthy, but I love Kraft mac and cheese. I'm like, I might make myself some now. Uh, squirrel. Um, and I was like, we haven't had Kraft mac and cheese in forever. I want some Kraft mac and cheese. We don't have any. And then he came home from work and he got one of the 5 packs. I think it's a 5 pack or a 6 pack of the boxes of mac and cheese. And I was like, oh, you do love me. And he's like, I've never seen somebody so excited about mac and cheese, about Kraft mac and cheese. He's like, you are easy to please. And I'm like, yes, you don't have to come home with flowers, come home with boxes of mac and cheese, and I'm happy girl. He was laughing. He was busting up because of my reaction. You do love me. He was like, okay. He was like, now I know what to get you for Valentine's Day. Boxes of mac and cheese. Although one Valentine's Day I was sick and I was just laying in bed and I needed medicine. So he came home with Dayquil and NyQuil. He was like, Happy Valentine's Day. And I'm like, thank you. Oh, starting to get warm in here now. I need to turn on the AC. Give me 1 second. I gotta turn the AC on. The trusty AC. Aw. Hey, little baby rat. Little baby rat is curled up and sleeping in the food dish. Oh, it feels better already. Feel the breeze. Sunday is going to be a really long work day. Really long work day. I'm going to have my open to close shift, which we open at 9, close at 7, and then we have a staff meeting after we close. So that is going to be a long day, and it's a mandatory staff meeting, so I can't just choose not to go to it. So I'll work all freaking day and then have to stick around afterwards for a staff meeting. Hopefully it won't take long because I think the last staff meeting we had was like 2 hours. I was like, this is ridiculous. It was a 12-hour day for me at that point in time. Or no, it was worse. No, it was 2 hours. But usually when I close, we may close at 7, but I'm not out of there at 7 because I've got other things I got to do. I actually missed the very first part of that staff meeting because they started it before I got done all my stuff. So it still was only like an additional 2 hours, but I missed part of the meeting. I usually like this last Sunday I didn't leave until like 7:30. So it became a 10.5 hour day plus the drive home. So it was like almost 8 o'clock before I got home. It makes for a long day. Okay, I'm gonna have this running on mute. If you stop streaming before I come back, I will see you later. Alrighty. Sounds good. Oh my goodness. So, and I'm going to have to eventually talk to my boss or talk to the store manager about my hours because when I got hired on, I told them I didn't want to work every week, like every Sunday, because, when my husband's out of town, weekends are the only time I can see him. And now weekends are the only time I see Ian, and I'm working every Saturday and Sunday. And I'm like, this sucks. Like, Ian was here this weekend, and I saw him in between, like when I was home and then when I drove him back. That was when I saw him. And, I'm like, this sucks. So I'm going to have to see if there's some way that they can have, you know, change that around again so that because before I was only working every other Sunday, and that I was more okay with, but now it's been now it's been every Sunday and I can't see them. So it kind of sucks. I think I am going to get ready to get off of here though, because I'm hungry. And now that I've talked about Kraft mac and cheese, I think I might want some. But yeah. But anyway, I will go ahead and wrap up. And I'm going to be watching my email for any new ones, and with cute little pets in it. And I will talk with you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.